How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. The US government has lost all credibility, all credibility in the crypto space because of something they just did. They're dumping some Bitcoin. The German government's also dumping Bitcoin. We have some news about a major Bitcoin miner that is now mining another crypto and holding it on their balance sheet. Some super interesting stuff. If you don't mind, hit subscribe. Turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this as soon as I make the videos. Also, I'm going to leave a link because I actually filmed this video. I filmed it out and about in the real world, but there's an issue. We were at a splash pad and the noise, the volume, the sound was horrible. But I did film part of the video with Altcoin Hero, the Altcoin Hero. I caught him in real life. If you want to go check out his 6,000 subscriber YouTube channel, I'll leave a link to it underneath the video. I'll also put his Twitter underneath the video as well. He gives a lot of good information. I'll give you an idea for some of what we talked about in this video as well. But unfortunately, I just had to scrap it. We'll do another video in the future, but give him some love. Go follow his channel, because he is fantastic in the altcoin space. So definitely go check him out underneath the video. If you do want to trade crypto, there's a link to Margex underneath the video. They're doing a big airdrop where you can get up to a part of their $5 million hamster airdrop. There's also a link to CoinW underneath the video as well, where you can trade all different kinds of cryptos, some of which we'll be talking about in this video, but you can trade them on leverage. You can trade them on spot as well. So let's get into the content here. Just in, U.S. government sends about 4,000 Bitcoin worth $241 million to Coinbase. Okay. So the U.S. government has been fighting with crypto companies for years. The SEC said that Coinbase is selling unregistered securities, and now the government is using Coinbase. It's unbelievable. The hypocrisy is unreal. Of course, the government has lost a lot of faith in a lot of people's eyes in many ways, but this just shows the hypocrisy that happens within crypto. No, you can't be doing what you're doing. You're selling unregistered securities. You're doing this illegally. But we need you. We need you. We want some of your liquidity. Okay, this is unreal. This is probably part of the reason that Bitcoin dipped a little bit here today. And this mixed with the news of Germany dumping hundreds of millions of dollars of Bitcoin as well. This is all confiscated Bitcoin. This is not anything that they earned. This is not anything that they bought. They took it from people that were doing illegal activities in their minds, and now they're selling it. The funny thing about this is a couple different things. One, the SEC, the government says that they're trying to protect people, yet they're going and dumping crypto on the market when they don't really need the cash. They print money, they take taxes. Why do they need $240 million while they're dumping on investors, right? The other thing is they're using something like Coinbase, which they say is an illegal broker dealer, when they could be going through an auction, right? They could go auction off the crypto. They've done that in the past. They could also find a willing buyer, sell it to him at $60,000 instead of $61,000, and do that. Just do basically an OTC deal. And yet they're going through Coinbase. They're dumping it on the open market. Just fascinating to watch. Will says, U.S. and German governments both dumping at the same time on us. Nice. He did also give an idea for maybe why the market's falling down this last week. My guess is a lot of recent selling over the last few weeks was whales front running these selling and headlines, and explains why crypto's relative weakness has happened versus stocks. I hope I'm not speaking too soon, but if Germany, US, and Mt. Gox are all selling and telegraphing selling, who's on the other end buying? Okay, interesting, right? Even when the price goes down, if they're sellers, someone's buying. Whether they say that they'll buy at 61 or 60,500, someone's buying everything that's being sold. Now, one of those buyers has been Mr. 100, as you can see here. Mr. 100 has bought twice today, bought 106 Bitcoin, bought 3 times yesterday, bought 1 time the day before. So they're buying. There are other entities buying as well. But it does make you wonder. It makes your head spin. Like, who is buying? What do they know? If, let's say, the 100 IQ play, or let's say 120 IQ play is knowing that these governments are going to be buying, what's the 140 IQ play? What are the people doing? Why are they buying right now? Because they must be very wealthy. right? Whales that are buying right now are very wealthy. They're buying a lot of Bitcoin. But what do they know that we don't? If we're playing 2D chess, what are they playing with 3D, 4D chess? Like, what are they doing? What's the end goal? What do they know that we don't? Another big piece of news. Marathon just announced that they are mining Kaspa and hold $15 million of Kaspa on their balance sheet. This is nuts. The Mara pigs, who have been so kind and thoughtful in analyzing other company strategic diversification efforts, should be a huge fan of this. Is it consistent with their ethos, right? It is consistent with their ethos, right? So, okay, Marathon, one of the biggest miners out there, one of the biggest public miners, they're mining Kaspa. This is so interesting because, Kaspa on this news moved up about 10%, but shows, one, that it's profitable to mine Kaspa. We've known that for a while, especially when Kaspa moved up significantly, that it was really profitable. Like, a lot of people were mining Kaspa. Also, tells you that they've probably done their research and they're bullish on Kaspa. If they're holding on their balance sheet, they could just sell it. They could sell it every single quarter. They could sell everything and just take the cash flow, but they're not doing that. They're holding on to some Kaspa, so they feel strongly about it. By the way, you can trade Kaspa as collateral. You can use it as collateral on Margex. I believe you can also trade it over on CoinW, so check out those links underneath the video if you do want to trade Kaspa. But it is interesting. We have BlackRock and Fidelity getting into the Ethereum ETFs. We have them getting into real world assets. Now we have Bitcoin miners. They're also mining other cryptocurrencies. It's just an interesting time. It's an interesting time where Bitcoin's price is just buoying, but there's good news that comes out all the time. And that's why I talked to Mitch from Altcoin Daily about. Again, I talked to him in real life. Maybe I'll show a little bit of the video. Maybe I won't. Here, but the audio is too bad. But I basically said, okay, we're booing. What do you think is going to happen? And he said, well, we have seen altcoin dominance go down, Bitcoin dominance go up. I do think that there's some change, especially with the Ethereum ETF coming possibly next week, which we actually reported earlier today. With that coming, with BlackRock and some other entities getting into real world assets, he even mentioned with Marathon mining Kaspa. The fact is that he does see an altcoin season coming that could be pretty exciting. I said, okay, well, what are you looking at? One, he's looking at AI. Two, he's looking at RWA, real world assets. Obviously, a lot of money flooding into AI, so crypto is probably going to do well. Also, real world assets, a lot of big entities are getting into that, including BlackRock too. So he thinks there's going to be some money flooding in there. Some final thoughts. I'm just putting this all in a nutshell right now because my voice is giving out apparently. He said, final thoughts, stay in this market. Don't get sidetracked. Don't sell everything because you're a little bit bearish. Of course, do your own research. Make sure you understand everything, all that. But this is not the time to be super bearish. So if you want to go follow him. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel and his Twitter underneath the video. I appreciate you guys watching. Check out the links underneath the video to Margex and to CoinW, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much.